Hello, Christina's World Kitchen. I'm Christina Martinez-Williams, and I am going to make some cottage cheese brownies. These are my cottage cheese brownies that I made a while ago, and they there's one ingredient that you can make a little bit different than what I am doing, or you can add that I'm not going to add this time, but I added it last time, and that is adding a little bit of espresso, like 2 to 3 tablespoons of espresso. I'm not going to do that this time. Last time I did, it was good. And I want to try it this time without it, and I'm sure it'll be good again. So tell me if you would put espresso in yours or not. Thumbs up, hearts, share this video, and save it because you're going to want to try these. These are spongy brownies. They're almost like in between brownie and fudge, but they're not. They're spongy. They're spongy, like a cottage cheese bread is spongy. But these are cottage cheese brownies. So everything is going to be blended, and then we're pouring it into our Pyrex. So I have 2 eggs. Now you can see the 2 eggs, and I have 1 cup of cottage cheese. If you have tried any of my cottage cheese recipes, tell me which one you've tried in the comments. I posted a few days ago my cottage cheese cupcakes. Those are really, 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 really good. My cottage cheese breads, I have like 2 or 3 of them. They're really good. And I have these cottage cheese brownies, and I have these cottage cheese like roll-ups, like a cinnamon roll-up and a a strawberry jelly one, and they taste like pastries. Those 2 are amazing. So many cottage cheese recipes that you can make, and that I have, and that are ready for you to make. So tell me which one you would try in the comments next. If it's not this one, no problem. There's so many. And if what you've tried maybe that I haven't tried yet. All right, or that I haven't made a recipe for yet. Those are all my recipes, but these are 2 eggs and 1 cup of cottage cheese. Now I'm going to add 1/3 cup of cacao. I use Navita's cacao powder. I love this as the cacao powder I use because it's not refined, so it maintains all of its magnesium and the different properties that cacao that is so good for you. 100% cacao and organic and unrefined. I get it on Amazon. So this is 1/3 cup. Tell me where you're watching from. I went on a amazing waterfall hike this morning. Then we hung out at the pool with a friend today, Tiffany and her daughter. Now 1/3 cup of sweetener. I'm using monk fruit allulose blend. It is this blend Impact, or the brand is called Impact. And I get it on Amazon. It's my favorite. Once I found it, I've never gone back. For anything I bake with, I use it. It's monk fruit and allulose, and I have 2 people in my household who don't love stevia or erythritol, Zariah and my husband, and they like this much better than they like those others in terms of like the sweetness or the cooling effect or all those things. Tell me what you use. Is it stevia, erythritol, monk fruit, allulose, or what combination? Maybe use whole earth, maybe use Lakanto then from one of those. I do use erythritol still for my brown sweetener, but for anything white, I use monk fruit allulose. All right, now I'm looking around what I have left. Now I'm going to use, it's almost at my max, but I think we'll be okay. A 1/2 cup of almond flour. Now it's at the max, but we're gonna bank on that this is okay. Oh, it's not okay. It's not okay. This was gonna be needing to be added after the fact. So I'm gonna take it out. I think I can do it. I think I can take it out without disturbing the rest of this. 1 second, I'm coming back. I need a spoon. I'm still here. I'm here. Okay. I forgot that I want to mix my wet with my dry. So this is the first thing. Oh, well, the sweetener too. Okay, I'm gonna take the sweetener out too, because I do want to mix my wet with my dry, because it'll be easier. And this spinner is not a tall one. So I'm going to take out both of these. But those are the quantities. They're correct in the quantities. I'm going to take out whatever I can. That was silly. Let me see if I can grab a bowl. so I can mix it. I just used a bowl. I'm gonna put everything in here, the dry ones, in a second. Actually, I'm gonna put it right now. So I'm gonna repeat the ingredients while I'm doing this, while I'm resurrecting my dry ingredients from here. So for dry ingredients, I have 1/3 of a cup of cacao and 1/3 of a cup of sweetener and 1/2 a cup of almond flour, and that's it that I've told you so far. And then in the wet so far, we have a 1 full cup of cottage cheese and 2 eggs. And I'm okay if some of this stays in here, but I want to get most of it out so that I can mix it better. All right, good thing I remembered that was a part of what I wanted to do before I had it all, try to mix it all, because it would be probably a little bit too thick to blend. So in this bowl, I'm going to add the rest of what I just took out. And then I'm also going to add my baking powder. I'm going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder and then a 1/4 teaspoon of pink salt. Tell me where you're watching from. I am in Fort Washington, Maryland. And we went to a waterfall in Virginia today. 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder and a 1/4 teaspoon of pink salt. And it was absolutely gorgeous. And then it was really nice to be out alongside the pool. 1/4 teaspoon of pink salt. There's not very many ingredients left to this. All right, now all we're missing is our vanilla. So I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla to the wet ingredients, wet with a little bit of dry ingredients. So I'm gonna do a teaspoon. How did you move your body today? So I didn't actually swim any today, but I walked for 2 hours, almost 2 hours. So a teaspoon of vanilla. And that is it for this part. Our dishwasher is going goodbye. It needs to be replaced. So we have to like run it multiple times. So then things get stacked up. So behind me there's a stack of dishes because our dishwasher requires us to run it like 3 times in order to get 1 load done. So almost would probably be faster if we just hand washed it. All right. Now we're gonna mix this liquidy mixture with our dry mixture. And then we're gonna pour that into our Pyrex. And then I already have the oven preheated to 350 degrees. So now it's just a matter of, see how liquidy, wonderful. This is what it needed to be. It's only chocolate, it only is brown because I couldn't get all of the cacao out of there. Should be like a pale yellow. A pale yellow. And I'm going to use that spoon that I was using. And mix this well. I was trying to see if I can whisk it. I might be able to whisk it. I don't know if it's going to be too thick. I think it's going to be okay actually to whisk. So I'm going to whisk it, whisk it. And my whisk is over here.
Why aren't you eating what? Oh, hi.
And then it's going to be ready to pour. If you like brownies, put the word brownies in the comments. I would love to know. You could also, ooh, I didn't think about this time. I do have some chocolates I could cut up. My chocolates, I could cut up some chunks of, or you could put some like Lily's chocolate chips in here. Oh no. Or you could, oh no, no. All right. Or you could just leave it like this. But if you want to add some extra little chocolates, you could. And it's nice and smooth now. I want to get all the extra little like clumps of cacao and sweetener out as best as I can. Okay, now we're ready to go. I wet the parchment paper for my 8x8 square. I wet the parchment paper, or I first put it in a ball, and then I wet it so that it would be easier to get in. Because you know how when you don't, it just like comes out and it doesn't work. So we're gonna do it like this. And you could just spray it. I think it is a better bet to use parchment paper if you have it. So now we're just gonna pour it in completely until we can get all of it out. And then we're gonna put it in the oven for 20 minutes. I'm gonna check it and make sure that it's doing all right before those 20 minutes. And I'm gonna grab a spatula to get the last little bits. Kyla is playing the VR, and it is easy for them to get so caught up in the game that they're playing that they forget how loud they're being as they're doing it. All right, if you have a VR at your house, but have one, the girls love. I actually really love too, the VR, and don't use it enough because I think it's really fun. If you have a VR, what do you like to do on your VR? My girls' favorite game right now is Gorilla Tag, and I like to do meditations on the VR. It's a really great space. Like, you can see all these really beautiful places and feel like you're there. For me, that's what it feels like. And then there's this one app called Liminal that I absolutely love. It's a meditation app, but kind of different than a regular meditation app. I have another one too, of meditation, but that one, Liminal, is these different experiences that can be calming or give focus or energy. They're really cool. Really fun to be like inside around. All right, now I'll show you how deep you can see it's not terribly deep, and it doesn't have a lot of baking powder, so it's not gonna rise a whole lot. I wanna make sure it's in all the parts here. Once it comes out, you're going to need to turn it over. Make sure it's cooked on the, like, use a knife or something to put, or a stick to put into there, and make sure it comes out clean. It is going to be spongy. It's a moist brownie, so expect that, but you want it to be cooked obviously as well. Once you let it cool completely, and then flip it over and peel the parchment from off. Instead of trying to get the brownie out of here, you're gonna flip it and peel the parchment off of the brownie. So that is it. These are the brownies, the cottage cheese brownies. Hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Definitely give these a try and let me know if you do. From my house to your kitchen, global flavors and healthy plates from around the world. Bye!